equestrian. My name is Shay, and today I'm going to be riding my gallant steed, Gaston. We're just going to do some schooling, walk, trot, canter, so really hope you enjoy.
So Gaston is my Canadian horse, sometimes referred to as the cheval. They are a really amazing breed, and they are actually quite rare. They have a lot of emphasis on draft features and then a little bit of warm blood incorporated into them as well. This allows the breed to be suitable for driving and plowing, so strong enough to go work the farm, but then light enough to go ride to town. And they can really do any discipline because of the athleticism that they have incorporated into them. And it's amazing. So they also have a lot of draft features such as a large head, really big hooves, large barrel, and they're pretty good sized. I think it's really amazing because he has all of these draft features while still being athletic enough to do a lot of jumping, dressage, really any discipline that you want to do. He's super cool. Gaston stands just at 16 hands, which is the breed standard. So they're supposed to have a lot of power in a little bit smaller package than, say, your standard draft horse that's 17 to 18 hands. I found this characteristic to be very appealing, and Gaston weighs just over 1,200 pounds. So he has, a lot of weight to him and strength and power, but it's really fun and he's wonderful to ride and work with. Gaston is definitely a very forward horse. He has energy, he likes to go, yet he has a very calm, sweet, nice demeanor as well. The first time I ever saw him, I did actually ride him the day I met him, and afterwards I was like, I have to have this horse. I feel so magical when I'm on him. He is so fun. It's such a blessing to be able to bring him into my equine program, working with horses, training them, giving them education, exposing them to the world, and then of course finding them their home when the time is right. He is magnificent. So as you can see here, we are working on some trot, and now I'm doing a little bit of sitting trot, and I want him to go into a little bit of a slower gait. I will ask him to stretch down because I believe in incorporating different postures throughout my training sessions. That's very important so that the horse does not become stiff in one posture. Gaston really enjoys stretchy trot. So as you can see here, I basically am just giving him the reins, letting him stretch down. And it's really good because it just gives him a minute to relax, stretch his back muscles and neck muscles a little bit too. There I transitioned down. I really just used my seat, barely any rein cue, and he responded to that really well. He is attentive if you use your aids. He's really good about listening. Now we're going to pick up the canter. He has that animated, powerful uphill canter, and it is fun. I love riding it. He's very fast, but it's like in a controlled, fun way. It's great. He's a fantastic boy. Now it has taken a lot of time to develop the muscle and strength to get him, more controlled and balanced in the canter, as he has a lot of muscle, a lot of stamina and strength. But I've really been enjoying it, and we're doing a bunch of circles, we do bending work, jumping, all types of different things to build that top line and balance and work those shoulder muscles as well. I've owned Gaston for over 2 years now, and I bought him from a nice hunter jumper barn. He had some under saddle training and just the basics, and he was imported from Canada as well. And what I've done is develop him over the last 2 years. We've done a lot of different things. He's done hunter paces, equestrian team, local shows, camping, trail riding, anything you can really think of. And he's done everything so well, and he's been such a good boy. He's a blast. So right now I'm asking Gaston to get on the bit and then transitioning him upward into the canter. He's listening very well and being very responsive today, which is awesome. I always love when we're having a really nice ride. And as you can see, he has that big animated rocking canter. It actually is really comfortable to sit, but it is a little bit more swift. He's not going to do a little lope. He has that big, beautiful uphill canter. As you can see, I transitioned him downward. I just sat and tucked my pelvic floor and asked him to slow down, and he listened. And I just want to keep him in a little bit of more of a working walk, and then we're going to let him stretch down. He's such a sweetheart. Right now, I'm just giving Gaston a little bit of a break, letting him stretch down, walk a little bit before we pick up our stretchy trot, which as you can see, I have a very loose rein here, letting him just carry himself. And then I'm going to ask him to get on the bit without stretching completely down. And we're going to do a little bit of transitioning from a jog to a trot. So I'm asking him for a little bit of a slower trot right now. Again, I want to practice riding in different rhythms and paces so that he is understanding what I'm asking him to do, and whatever energy I'm giving him, I want him to reflect on that. So for example, we're doing a little bit of a slower trot. Well, for Gaston, a slower trot here. And then you'll see me work him in more of a working trot and an extended trot as well. He's doing really good. When I'm asking him for a slower trot, I have a little bit more contact and I'm just making sure to post a little bit slower, keep my energy low, and I'll also count out rhythm such as 1, 2, 1, 2, or whatever pace I want them to go for trotting. As you can see here, I sat deep in my seat again, tucking the pelvic floor, asking for a transition. I held him up for a second and then I allowed him to stretch down. We're now transitioning into our canter. We're gonna do a little circle. Again, his canter is just so powerful and swift. It is so fun. He's doing great. He's responding. He puts forth a lot of nice energy. I'm going to go into my half C and or 2-point for a little bit and just work in that. I think this is great to get off the horse's back during sessions. It also really increases the core strength in the rider. So definitely recommend doing that in sessions if you're able to. Another little fun fact about the Canadian horse, they are known as the little iron horse because their hooves are so strong that they're supposed to resemble the strength of iron. So I found that very interesting, and he's always been barefoot because his feet are so good. Like the depth, the angles, amazing. And they're really big too. So lots of square footage on the hooves there. And yeah, I mean, I've ridden him all over like in the mountains and I've never had an issue with him being like sore or his hooves even chipping or anything like that. So pretty amazing. It's a really cool breed. Right now I have Gaston on the bit in our working trot, and what I'm going to do is ask him to stretch down, and then I'm going to sit and ask for the transition downward into walk. And he did great. He pretty much just responded off my seat there, so that was really nice. We're going to do some more stretchy trot, his favorite thing in the world. And I'm just having a blast. It's a beautiful day. He's a great horse. We're having a really good ride. I hope that you guys are enjoying too. And if you are horse lovers, don't forget to like and comment because this is what helps the channel grow. And I just love reading what you have to say. Now I'm asking Gaston for the working walk again, just having him sort of thinking of like marching forward, but in a balanced, collected type way. And then I'll just kind of relax in a minute here and let him again just stretch down and do his thing. I view the stretching as a reward, but also like a posture to practice as well. And a lot of people have asked how I teach the stretchy trot. Honestly, it's just through relaxation and like I kind of tap his shoulder and say stretch, 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 and then he does it. So that's sort of how I taught him to do that. And now it's like he loves it. I'm going to dismount. He's such a sweetheart. I'm just giving him some love and attention, telling him how good he did. And then I'm going to bring him into the barn and then we'll untack. I'm going to hose him down because it is a hot day and he definitely deserves that. And of course, I'm going to give him a bunch of treats. Well, I hope that you enjoyed watching our ride and learning a little bit about his breed, the Canadian horse. Well, horse lovers, we had a great ride. I'm so hot. My face is all red. Gaston was a super good boy. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye.